by eulogizing the man Kofi Owusu Anto. Omanhene Kwabena.
Yeah.
Na
Now here.
Adumia. Na unso e.
Oh. Bibia ya kama se ewiase no.
Edika oledi ho ye. What na nka.
Oh, nyame adom. So no de.
Ese ya wakobi o.
Oh, nyame na adom say 80 this year.
80 years this year.
I'm sure.
Unya be 20 years been come. Ade.
They no be wiase. Any pa no be wiase. On for 20 nka 800. Na ba see atintam say montiana. Nipa onyame hira kodu ba bia. Mem prekora biem because bi edu bia na afi wa uni pedua no hu se wa bre na onana no nkanso na obi want to be around, but now you are more than a burden.
But when say the mama kaza me nana ba say me nana be ma ewu be 10 years ago and me nana ba eto me kire me maame oti ho omosia so sisi aso speak. I think mama your guess should be 100 or
we are pena usu because kwa
I said me kwa mosia so na me hu na
yeah no usu no because me maame no pa it got to a point that he was there yeah it me say nyame so no anim but se obema no nyame be dom no sa hoode no de be ko
no etwa be 120 bi
120 de sa ta na me catch up pifi say afi de member ka say afi de watching sim
120 should be 40 more years. I mean that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, the me say ono anim baby a odi ye be kwa kudu you know the make us abrabona elias be free ye odi de
sure
de enwuno ana de ai no bibi e wonu
sure
biribia da osori a na make say osiro nyame ahoden to no adofo no busu so a na odi dana hye nyame nsa na bo brat se nyame ya adoma enne na odi achew e cha de uji adi se odi be chew be na de odi achew because one anya ne saade a now it is down there nyina na available for you and every day you need to plan and be ready. Onyame be koso adum ye grace no life extension and all those beautiful things that we believe and pray for ourselves. Onyame ebe dum ye ni na sa edum na ode dum ye ni nyina mu no na yenso ye ti ase se onu nyame ene yenso nipa ya na montuo no enema bebre timi sisi na ko fa nyoma bebre bebre ewu obi oho obi continuously to ntwa da ebe ya avoidable but ebisi eno na se onyame ya wadom na se otimi fa wo boko na oba na ya adusua sonko di ama ewu obi won so na ye nhihye se onyame akwa mu no e se eba te na ya na nipa nso enye den ye ntiase dodo na nso ye avoidable ones through yankasa nipa no yemfum so bi by way of your style be live here and misapplication of medication be and say deliberate attempt by a group of people be and a section be and a faction be just to take off your life. It is owo ankasa de damansa kom it dey bia da no na make us ye nyini no ye be hu bibi power tonso and aboliga na ye hu say 75 and kra no yes eh we dey wan nyini ko ye nkitinkiti sa time kra we go no bitimi ko 85 80 90 but onyame enkoso hu yemobo na sa a celebration of life any more than what a shock.
It's true.
So I
say what a shock
no and you know your gatekeepers no ye damo spiritual gatekeepers ye damo we cannot do without our spiritual gatekeepers one dia ya pam say on be gina Ghana ya hie nyina no honhom fam no matimi aboat na amagana agyan na so omumpege omu yenso aye nipa e wo ma se yetutu ya namo siye ya namo ntuo ni ye lifestyle ni ye kasa ne ene obi aye nyama emfa dua bi bobo ye ne sadam yenso yentena siye if say enya nipa ba ko chefa a collective responsibility
but onim say bebre now so ye the choices we make man because enra anadui alpha hour obi otie no software Elvis spoke about choices and how choices determine your destiny because said the whole idea and say nyankopon and emanipa shebre and sanyo man but at the end of the day you make a choice for your destiny through God. You do it through God and nyame ne be am say ya make say heavenly hands will not do what human hands can do. In the Bible, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man. The end thereof is death. What it means is there is another way the end no a life. In the choice you make. And man, once they be a can wa and okay man for so when kasadodo. I mean, between some at a point in your life, man, the choices you would make, no, you would suffer the consequences. So
it will cost you.
It will come. It will come because
it be a pluses, it be a minuses.
Good. The unfortunate thing is you have a choice on what you want to do, but the consequence of what you do, you will need choice.
Why
only choice. It will come. And I think and when there was a drama in the home, my young men and women at 18 say you have a choice. The choice is me yare, me dear me say me mfa me yare in ko hospital. Obi akyere me bibiduro bi ntia bibiduro na menom. Say FD age atom FD nyintum me de mfa me homenom. The choice say me de me take mu obi abegyina manim so oton bibiduro a onya ma so ameto bi akwa akonom. The consequence will come. Enti choice, and that is what God will not do for you. And Joshua can say me ni fear die. Yes, me fear there. It's a choice you have to make. And I think
we've decided
it's a choice. And in Yankopon Maya, that free will to make a choice. When you make that choice, which God will not make for you, the consequences, no, because you can make that choice in God and you can make that choice outside God. And what you choose to do. And me feel say, eno na ehun sunsanso, eno nche say obia. What a shock! Yes, I mean, genuine, natural causes of death. But majority of what we are seeing, lifestyle choices and decisions people make.
Well, I agree. But every year that we say assemble questions, to me say those choices, in as much as if you say a choice, we must be guarded.
Absolutely.
Sometimes,
absolutely,
choices need to be out of nothing. When you find yourself, baby, I true say, it say. Ubo modern to 2 anamon year. Eboa, baby, I true. Oko asoria a white true. Oko hospital a white true. Ura bemu a white true. Uo position a white true. Everywhere space no any occupied with the right mindset and right mentality. As a result of any no ye nyina ye prigidigidi. Me see, me be na me hwe mabunu a. Ye ni tu omo kakra bi e won kra han me see. And some of them, their choices and their focus. The influences are a bus system. And people say, just what it means, therefore, is that when there's some of your future generation in here, they're going to be worse off. So say, you ever call it dear. And that future, and I see a whole generation, you ever hand over their mom. The future is not there.
It's serious. It's serious because when you look at the choices, the young men and women into between 12 to be 25 years. The choices they are making now, man. 12 to 25 years. That very, very critical age bracket, no? The kind of choices they are making now. And what they spend time on and what they focus on. Oh man, it's
that's
serious.
That's why I make us say. That's why I make us say. Oh man, also a shall say free certain principles and guidance and certain beliefs. And now for majority, Omanhene that child responsibility.
Yes.
And the state is not holding anybody to anything.
Yes.
Nipa do na no ko mo brem. Omo ankasa from the one don bass as and I'm so sad na eko. 2. Teacher ni ko shape akra no mindset and so no shape no mindset. That factor no editoriate more.
Yes.
3 space that one can you be tia obi ana there's a correctional measure along the line no and no yanka obi asem. It's the levels of growth in a chain of growth in no enye papa senka ya papa obi anka so nyina be correct but no o hwe free ase no kra no eso no tim go free obi because so ndia say
ase na
ye ni da so na foundation of vision ase no kwada jinse because the things that is happening in this country now
I don't know me catch us na me na me kwa kwetia in the minute NST Akomi. And we left Accra late. Na ye were ye. One of our mates ewo school. Inti ye free habe 11. I think 10 11 nim. It ye ko ye were this nkron keto ansa na wadru akwetia. Ja. Ye dru ba ko bi anadwo be 12:30. Hu say ye ekra city kanea nche there ni. Na NST Akomi throw the car light no oman enkwara 12 to be 17 years. 12:31 a.m. Ja. More than 200.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus
we have
Christ.
failed though. And that's also we are failing though. In terms of the guidance and parenting and so many we are failing.
And these are the people who would have to take over from us.
We are failing.
It is terrible.
We are failing.
It is terrible.
And the influences are Abba system in Karubi. There's and that's why I say the money who can say, yeah, cry media no cry there. You look up to you cry there, you would do on a say case the cry. The content we churn out, the things that we say. Also, when you lose your identity, Ghana also the BBA Gumo. Forgive me. So Kwabena honum your friend baby, be refi on me nipa ba go to Kwabena mo baby honum. Ana obefa Agbogbo police station down. Yen you more the other side Nigeria. They have turned the country upside down. And the kind of things that they do from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. on daily basis. Yeah, and can say obi ntimi nya freedom. But Krubiana, there should be checks and balances.
There should be some checks because
checks and balances. Why you don't have standards? Why you don't have identity? Why you don't have your norms right? Why leadership is failing? Where the bottom line is money. There's nothing like because there's nothing to look up to. Look at what standard again in this country. What standard now? All professions. Standard when they say and that is where I have a challenge. Immigration standards, Atiasu Afaso, military, IBB, police, IBB, fire service, IBB, journalism, political field, IBB, it is standards thing in our Nobi. Go to our revered chieftaincy. A future form, Christ like a future form.
Yeah. And can say the deputy CEO for CBG Consolidated Bank, or say Obi alcohol, even Nanama Akufu, or say alcohol, junk food, drugs, smoking. Too many youths are dying young.
Yeah, but Obi
and alcohol and look at the alcohol abuse in this country.
But that's what
junk food.
That's what
drugs and smoking.
But yeah, Yanis Obi. Also, the Americans, I say, can they we were stuck to a particular lifestyle. I improving and I am very suitable for all of us. And Nana Suku calling him Diabem Nayasa Kwabem say, yeah, be Braham, say, before Ghana. But if you pick your family, if you pick your family this afternoon for lunch, is it a chop bar or a restaurant? Who could do for abetie, ebunebunu, ampesi, and as a dokono, and how could be sa junk here?
And I think what raises here very important. The gatekeepers, and the checks we put in our system. Because let's face it, China, when you leave China alone, businesses in your foothold in every country around the world. In the Ubia open to us China for restaurant or Ghana be Chinese restaurant. India for will do the same thing. Take over. Malaysia for will do the same thing. As a country, is it free enterprise? Yeah, open.
Why are foreigners, forgive me in quote, extremely successful in this country? But it takes 6 months. It's been able to spread all the Nataba in seconds. All over Ghana, not just one. Young Casso be Ghana, Baubi, Zedman Crano, question marks, be in terms of a 20 confusion, the way almost jump off a baby and a billboards.
Yeah.
You're asking yourself, how well are we empowering our own? So I'm going to do a certain magazine. Yes, Ghana for your majors on the cool, and no run anymore. Ghana for one Kasaya last scale, it's capital intensive, but they are doing it.
And I think we've not risen up to the fact that the battle we face now, as far as development around the world is concerned, a battle of the mind.
Of course.
We've not risen up to that reality. The battle of the mind meaning, anybody who wants to control you will control your mind first. In Tienano, who say Diego di Azambuja on sign fashion. In Celia and Magana, it will not happen. It happen. And what they will do, and it is through education and through the media. If we don't rise up to that reality, now who say we have a country to rescue, we have a country to run. Now we can run this country well when we first target the mindset of our people. Because say mene nyina akọ ba bi ne yekodidi na sa wo koje abetie ene abenkwan a ye hu say wo de na ho so ni into one I was say at least waje yes seafood platter
you are forced to do it
and I say waje in wura green bag me hu dida
we see obi me kan kwena to say on say dey we no say Ghana for me obi every time we sit I raise issues about the identity of Ghana, who a Ghanaian is, what goes into being a Ghanaian, why we should maintain some basic things here Ghana there. Because Ghana no money shouldn't be buying say yes so no show yet no to face a bit fire. Now even if you are going for interview, look at the way this guy going for interview. You look at how people dress to go for interviews.
And now by interview na ne trouser no
the trouser patch you kwa
they done the patch kwa say dey ba kun ya ba na trouser say 3/4 so kama be ka 90 crowd ni bi na ye twa eda e ya da ne sere e trouser.
So we are just moving out for whatever reason, you know. Ye dwania free adia e sefata chichi ni kroma krojina because obi na say nyina ye shy away. That's why we are all shying away from even our public schools in Jibini ye ye JSS ni SHS aban die nyina no enyina ne na so yi adentia because na enkwan free ko assembly aban government school bia obekọ assembly futuru nko a it is from that mindset assembly bia bekọ ya aban school bia be sit ne dodo na enfuturu say pam.
And my worry is what is that institution of state? Ebeka say okay, this is the institution omono in the Obeka say our National Development Planning Commission, but is there that institution that say Charlie? We want to think, say, okay, yemo and collab between 14 to say 25 years. This is the direction we want to take them to. And yet just say the omuko school, the audio omeko school, but even school, then it's a conversation we'll come on to. But what is the direction? What values do we want to inculcate in them? And by the time anybody 18 years, say your body didn't say assume as you free Ghana, you name said this trait when I exhibited just what Ghana. Is there that thinking? Unfortunately, and the year can say a youth making wrong choices. So there is a place where Mountfall, your friend, I think it's a main Spain, it is notorious for drugs. Yeah. Now I saw this YouTube video of one gospel musician. Now Okoye ghetto outreach. Oman Ubesu Emma. The drugs are Emma. Na who on imposo Johnny e kaso your bar so ya ko abrewo so ya ketesia so ya kola and this is open in the full glare of the public. Who do talk this is here manfo obi oni manfo bia be kaso police for na obi na this is the place how kwa drugs near ton obi obia and there is a public KVIP here one chain and a drugs akwese wako from Kumase and areas hono call kwa koja wona kra ye ton sa ne man dem and obi e that area bia na ye junkie we know na ba na mo akoye video bi tramol nkomo ne ba we know these areas and these are lives wasting away youthful exuberant lives wasting away and the state has no intervention. We cannot do anything.
Who cares? But the state to intervention the state to intervention, the number of children on our roads, they keep increasing by the day. And what I want, not Kaneshi. Now, I'm a Lego Honum Gratiation and other places. That's almost by the day.
Yeah.
Every blessed day, almost crowded road. It is a shade, they be no be. That's a shade. I don't come from 1992, but it's a Omano, yentimi hu enimi ya. They be there kwatse achichidi anase osunobiko. We want to lie to ourselves. We want to be hypocrites to ourselves, ostriches to ourselves, and believe that we are building certain mansions and castles. But ye ni beti biano ni egusu hye of for monti sa na yepe. Because abayamba beko enipa nanka se wo man adwuma shop as we talk we kasa this here na say train na from near kasa bebre etisi as train ebs western region or whatever another crash. So lessons are not learned. That's why Dr. Kumbuoka said on my way we don't pay people to think and implement their thinking. But even if people are paid to think after their findings, we don't implement them. Or even if we implement them, we implement them anyhow. But they are Nisi oba kono na nipa na za catches abuchi de utu regu ha na chill. and I had the ultimate so and I had Okoton Sakra, you were a year 18 years and above. On my insist, oh, Comrades and Comrades insist to show him when we Sakola, and to my insist on ID card and Sakra. Yeah, card need to cry, I had your mind to cry. Yes, I have a problem. It's a Munuka, Yenny. So, Kosi, Omani or Maya, Bibi, Kosi and Kosi, Kodansu and Koda. Yet, yo, a baby about the petroleum politics, a baby about or the additional politics, a baby about or the Pomodeusem, and ya manusem, Yankasea manusemu, but be measured and be realistic. That is why I say, Mimpesa, baby, other kind of problems, a woman to say, actually, no. Why name pass Obi? Now we are in tough moments and tough times. What do you prescribe to take us out from this situation? Yeah. The fact that where you way, away, because only in this country, and will be 1 kilometer. Next person neighbor Twaswa. I also say the car catcher say, me nam di car here 1 kilometer no, and son was out 12 days so. And yes, I'm in a crank to try money move. Now, on my money in article, you see a page of America Kumasi, it's a Omako brandy. No, man, what we have to discuss and Kasa relevance of that Amerino, I could do Kumasi, our Medi Commission, and for sure they bring Ghana, any honor. That discussion is out. What is necessary to us? A frame machine. This is other people, the kind of people we are. Whether we want it, whether America or Kumasi technical TK1 or TK2 or TK. What problem is that in solving? Is it inuring to a bigger interest? But what has name got to do with development? And the Yansu or Yabraba Yabumogana say, in Kuntumpan Casadi, our manual Semono, Aji Hinido. And Kuntumpo and Nada, Aji Hinamanabroso. That's why when they go around and they're still talking about promising. I said it's better to relook at all the manifestos and rather because all of you manifestos in your papa. More they implementable no. More implement it. In any case, any serious government be a person to important temper your constitution is or tweaky constitution. It needs to be touched. Obi or say Nanya brace or person the Ghana conkaino. Zaya mura kurino. Se nanya bre pa mia bebre woma. I say all this such right. It's me about and the Bemia who's after the Ampa, Kianiki, after all the eco promised land. Because the back catastrophs pro Obi. A dear pa shiny of Venguaquem. A dear party of Vengo. A basse, ye quite Juma. A dear pioneer from Jishengo comes a Juma free every echo be room. A dear pioneer who's a contractor to me a quite 6 months, not quite in a sweat to. A dear pioneer who's a nurses, it's me Tompa. Emma a patience. A dear pioneer was a central for far to be blackmailing people for nothing, no consequences. A dear pioneer was a judge of phony binimusu anamontu mutu, even though we disagree, but we'll find a better way to go about it for them. But look at everywhere in this country now.
Man, let me break here. Now, meanfa we in trim. And then we'll come back. I say there were so many other issues, but for more Mutia, yes, you would find, sir, we are talking passionately. But I've told you, sir, it's been a roller coaster weekend, mixed feelings because of the passing away of the man Koda. Listen to this. Koda was talented, simply talented, beautiful song. basa yen tronyom yen per rhythm papa bin tronyom nasie it Koda. He's just awesome. Just awesome. And for more amunim no, his full name Kofi Owusu-Dua Anto, born on the 15th of December 1978. 15th of December 1978. Na bebrena nim say your friend Koda, or a Ghanaian gospel singer, songwriter, record producer, and multi-instrumentalist from Sekondi Takoradi. And we are told say he fell in love with musical instrument at a tender age of 10. And Nemami who the talent and enrolled him in a music class at the age of 10, where he developed the skills to play the guitar. And he share the age, and when he becomes a master, you can see say he practiced it over the years. Oko Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where he became the mass choir director of the university. And Osha for mu enim na Norman say at the time I know war KNUST, it was a generation of musicians into your no guy not to ni nuncho moko beni tamobo so ni okan what is our nyom da
Martini di matesa anyo ba
untimi nto
minim to
na won kan no nte kra
me se me techen o
na wonim num weto
o ba se change conversation
okay nuncho kire sen
enye nuncho
na den
o so onim kra
den
o so onim
den
o so onim to problem enye nuncho me get the pronunciation right enye nuncho
in the end, your mother say, okay, watch it. Nuncho moko beni tamobo. I mean, he was part of that generation. Tech Uncle Atomo and all those guys. Tech. He was also the music director and instrumentalist of the music wing of Baptist Student Union, KNUST Simply Jazz Crew, God's Instrument, and a leading member of the project, which was a legendary Ghanaian contemporary gospel group. After tertiary education, he co-wrote, mixed, mastered, and produced the exceptional album Eradi A for KNUST's God's Instrument at Coded Studios. Ni studio or BA Ewa Takoradi for Coded Studios. Okay. The album received massive recognition in the country. It had great hits such as Eradi A, Sewoma Onsa Soa, Onsa Nyam Nanya Ma Yedi, and a Tumi and a Unyame Dawase. He also worked, in fact, our Neo Kai album Mokobeno. He produced the entire album. And the Jiwaye albums are Neo Kai albums, which actually blew him up as a producer. Koda has worked with many gospel artists in and out of Ghana, including the likes of Neo Kai, Pastor Joseph Jebi, Naninete Nsonyamia Tonsafreno, Pastor Joe Beechem, Daughters of Glorious Jesus, Joyful Way Incorporated, Pastor Helen Yorsen, Yao Osei Owusu, Ike Nano, Eugene Zuta, Jesse Jenkins, Dinah Hamilton, Calvis Hammond, among others. Yes, the musicians on Yomaye Juma, a producer among Yomne Adiama Enono. And the Anointed is a music group formed by Koda and his friends based in Takoradi. The group has supported many gospel ministries in the country and overseas. Koda currently has 4 vocal and 2 gospel jazz albums to his credit. Nyame Beye, which is the first, and Wayeye, which had hit songs like Wayewie, Zion Song, Poma, Mede Yesu Beye Me Poma, that song, and Amen. His third album, Black and White, had many hits like Guide Me, Oh Thy Great. Says I'm the okay.
Yeah, we mean now. Then you mean about Museum 2, you must see that.
Indeed, yes, we are about there. Yes, we are.
I don't know about the forms. Say no. Mika Nasi, yes, you body. Yeah, no,
about there, Nasi, yeah. You remember, in Sempi, which I just played, one of his very, very hit songs, and the 2016 album, the friend Oxygen, it contained hits like Adorson. Yape.
So which one did this one fell in? They not say Otio preaching or confused as if so.
And only in Sempi, things are not the same anymore. And only in Sempi. And on him said now or a music tutor. He released a 2 instructional DVD on bass and lead guitar, and also 3 live DVDs of his major concert: Coda Live 2008, Black and White 2013, Oxygen Live 2016. And Oxygen Live is here, a trego in the background. Muntie. Usudia Anto, Coda, Oxygen Live 2016, and we're celebrating the life of a relatively young man, 1978, and I just saw 46. Oh, Charlie. Man, the full name for more in name, Augustine Kofi Owusu Dua Anto. Augustine Owo Miensa Neyeri Irama Dua Anto. Yamani Yako, it's a big Charlie, Ejabi we jebiti ase.
Ya can't say we ready.
Ya the dada we say.
Ya can't say we kesa. So ya can't say.
It's a sad thing. Sad.
Whichever way, ya be kase. Ebusiano ya akokese pa na afiase onyame ahode ato mo so titio eba ne yire emane ne yire no na say that jano say no kwade atwayem say yina ye hihye abode hihye mi fa genuinely every rational human being him say ba ne si ejane na de koye ejane na si ba na akamam no akoye nsem bibi
akoye bibi
so ati say ndi nyina no ye be kase rade enkra no won time
nyame nso moa yen we are losing so many impactful young men and women who say the way on Mauna Treba the Enokra and die down.
I'm telling you.
And I could at the end so baba be boom. A strange I saw more at least or more you could see say or more making impact on society.
But Ghana need legitimately should be worried. Who share age bracket now? And they share the kind of the caliber of people now. Sebi Yankasa will be sebi Yankasa will be there. Uncle them but Yankasa there be will be ni jongo kwa there but but baby Ghana prayer many people be do something. Now the expectations that you be you omumu nyansane a bibnimdie bia more mind bibi omo ye biatim dia ko akire kama no man nya ho faso na sabi 90 ni kono 85 kono omo go go home no problem. It's also a caution doc akwaba anyway.
Doc Brassey, use this place my.
It's also a caution we said was kind. It's also a question. So ye nyina no de ye bia no onyame ahoden butuye so but the physical consciousness and awareness wisdom kakra so you apply. One says CBG for deputy agriculture say and ne ofe ensanwe ofe say the massem
we no cigarette no
emu peja ne peja so what shisha dog cry be call shisha
na shisha any health challenges be
ana ba ku dog minim so because omo ka ba ku ba omo friend say because omo friend omo si uchesi na uhu ne e de kada uhu minim say ni omo friend
Yomode Calabin, a bimu crowd ye. Yes, super glue. The super glue.
Baby. We need
the day pan for the
there's a dog do school money, challenge to school.
Super glue. That's super glue. Then the woman to watch.
Obi. Mammy chair and I'm in chair. We are say near my mienu. Either you die too early or you die too old. Na nimi enum say wuntem ana wuntem so enema mienu na ho. Those who depend on you are likely to suffer. Inti ubetumi your insurance and ubetumi your investment. Insurance such as ubinim ada nyame to
suffer.
Me as a person, me ko secondary school, my biggest pain and is me konam papa ka baby.
Oh wow.
Inti say nia ubedi ni ade tere bia na eyedin. Me nam the 3 tins of milk in a school. 1 month 1 milk 1 month be a one enti asa kai me papa ti ase ne na fofo mo na oyo mado ani ade obi so mamu so o meboa mo enso se kina no mbe sha ase de a minim enti se nyame ye wadom na ati ase a think of investment because unim bibia betumi ato nipa bia sebe nye se wunyi chepia na chese nyame ye shira Jesus Christ o di 33 enti enya the number of years
an impactful life is not based on how long you live,
not how long o buy o kwa then ye de be kai we say Kwame Nkrumah can say many years after I have left the people of Ghana realized that they had a man ebesi na egusu boni enti ye besre let's look at investment. Let's look at insurance. Send ebe ya that chimbi say unko yempo na bibi to na woni ahodia ubenya bibi na wa transfer. Na ni nyina kamfu ano. Papa ye otiase na nyom ya mede. No ya me wofo no ya madamfo. Sesi a oni hoi. Ade ba ko amonhwe me na monfa nka asem say send ya ne ma enkobre. Enti sanka musicians na be ka mo abom ya ka say yente fan de bi enfanto na nka yetumi de ahwe ne mana. Ankadachi omonso abrabo ebe papa na ye nyaa omusa keke Ghana ye beka na ya de ye ni wia 2 weeks later obi anka ni bio enti mesre we ya desreje na me de to enkanka ni musicians na yifo na afefo no say omonkoti fund bi ye nya 50,000 100,000 to me na say yes ye the investment say dachi anye ye kura ye tia ye say ye obetumi akọ school na akọdu level bi ansa no bedu tertiary na sika na awo na ka yetumi dia hwe nachi se na be ha se bibi wo hwa ye friend Samuel onu gianche abeka se ne yure nhu mane mezo manya ba bi agina it's a sad spectacle nipa pi abre ewu a people die on duty police for ni ade nipa pi ye misa ye ho se meti ha me be ye ho se menuani na Benjamin nyame mpangu ekina woni ho ahwan hwan na ejina se asomosi na mepe enti ya se oni odofo owo ndofo nkwa yie woni ho anianka wu nti obeba no woni ho okai hwan no dia ba
ebewu no de na okache me so wumafo na enti wo ni de Kwabena
betumi atu obia enti mama yanka enye we nko me se hwe wanka se wobusuam hwan na wafiri mu a anka wo boa ne ma ebeyi a wayi wani as nipa no gina baby na wo hwe wa wanka se wadwene mu no nti sebe oni bedifo enti enkanka ne moframa media na madi ya opa enema na ehye me so ne se wo hwa bon se obi papa besra no ko wo de ene wonim ne se wo papa omma no abesra he won't ever come. It is a very big loss. Enti say ye di ya ni ade no yanwene moframa no ho.
It's true.
Na yan hwe se maame no.
It's true.
Betumi aso na sene akodu baabi a ono so betumi ahwe moframa no. So for bi wo baabi o na fofo wo ni anum baabi a the first point of call and in the man.
It's true. But say Nimia said Kwame Boateng just send this to me or say Obi, he is the sister of Mami Pokua Badin, Deputy CEO, NHIA.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Oko contested Honorable Prince Ama, Ewo Kwesimin Team Constituency. Deputy CEO Mami Pokua Badin. Yeah, Asem Kese pa. Asem Kese na atu ebusuya.
Benjamin, I am one name dinti I am one Omanhene. Ni din akasa de Benjamin. Wakofa bibia ba ya asema ehu hia pa. Obi me ncha me twam me se me be tia mo keke. Okay. Obi wo ho anyankopon na ne hihye mu no obekontem eno say medical doctor to me wo eno nkire say na obetumi ahwe wo ho sen no matter how
na prophet na o kan kofo wan
no akasa kura so enti ye wo ha ye ho medical doctors bi o ma fi obi ahwe no ho si ye pa ka abo no wo ye eno dan chen no yankasa yesu Once or can send be and Yama Mrantian nom ne Maya, Mrantian go. Yama yan num kuye muse, Sabio, Nipa not been ye Juma. So I could glue say, oh, here. Abba. Aden. See, I then pan a year.
Glue sniffing.
Just a wooden year sniffing. Na ye day.
No, maybe any trustful or man opens out be a BB.
Debut, yeah, and I am not me di ya do a biana one call for no. Why he might write. So Becaya, Yesuano, would this sabin quasima, oh papa down for. Oh papa near to meet young, or bet you bua bontia or catch up papa, oh papa Sabu, and then obin tia or bibao. Near Sabi Jemusa, and he might write him a young Fiania ye cacra. A quite band and maybe no mere near Fasua. Every single opportunity, Benya and Nimranti and Bedin Comono, of what impact? there be influence near war na se me hwe Omanhene se mbese me yo no na Omanhene gina bonje na o twim a me ankasa den na me hwe we have had role models we have had people we look up to in life
my standard no
so enti we are brantie wo je wo fi se enne o ne obetumi bie na no nipa ba se ya numa awu ensa onuma awu and me I don't condemn alcohol. I was born by a chief, grew up in a palace. Say unum bibi kakra de me manum sa pempa 11 years ago I said enough of the investment mejai. That is not to say I look down on somebody who drinks. Never will I ever do that. Name bibi in moderation. Sabi nsuo kura onum galon ba kwa you untumi nya home papa so enti enema na ye de gu ye system no ye nhwe ye hu ye kakra ye se ye nko exercise ye nya ye sori ahomachi 5:30 na otika mu uko tena fa ko sa diabetes wan wo joint ni ade nyina ye nya sometimes we watch kura about say what na se ache so original ho. We have to make a conscious effort to say ye be hwe ye hu ye ne ye beto ne ye beto ene ye nature nemum se wan kasa wo hwe enema bi process wo wo se wo ko na bi ye hwe ho ye because wonni ho obi bedi yaw
it's a major problem if we start understanding from where it's coming say wonni ho yes a problem
omo wo jo omo echi no ese bibia be no omande na wo kasa we say no friend balloon no
balloons of East Legon moments of chase
and you almost know ya paya na man for your company chase
na se abonchi odi obachi kura sa ne menti am call from
na a day feeling in Kwana
kind of excitement
buy who but super glue the any kind of menti as
what the who super glue ni light yes e bi mutu mi sabio jana nkofo ko mi eh baby ya duro ni
obi aja against me go me say
baby ya duro ni
ya ja me say 2 a.m. East Legon, Lagos Road, direct also, and the police are going for.
I know now. Me say we are losing it. Na mo sorry.
Direct.
Me say
obi that me no be na count 2 a.m. There's a me person me company be do me tell them there me say Lagos Street.
Lagos Street near here.
Me because major companies near in Kwana with the Lagos Street.
Say we wear literature kakra. Chinu Achebe said the white man has come to put a knife on the things that held us together. Therefore the center cannot hold.
Things fall apart.
And niema na eboa ye ka say se bio me num sakwa me hu Omanhene o ye pani me di sie
wo no ba ka fa me
metro na hu pani a na nka wo sori so ntena se na hu pani mu a o di nkwasase metumi ka che ye tia na se hu pani abegye ne ba asikire ne sei enidi edi manipa na me kan kosi se hwe mete hai there's no president in my house, no former, no current. So you can say 4 years be a different president, and the next 400 years you bet you is nipa 100. How many households, how many families do we have? Ekobani say na brantie sebi o siso na wakohwe president Mahama na ordinary kasa onno derogatory kwen fa so describe nipa onno Mahama no odu Akufo-Addo his excellency president Akufo-Addo. Another person in NDC onno Akufo-Addo no now we have his excellency president Mahama. Let's respect the presidency, let's respect the aged, the elderly. There's only one commandment I know which says respect and honor those. When it comes to the command, that commandment comes with a promise that you may live long. We are in an election year. Sabi o ma betena hey obi besanu message okoye na wan fa ya kura ubetumi aka so beka bia without being insulting.
Why are we arriving at fire as a insult as
obi bebo abaso say and why you can be at rom and kind of sabio until ma people look down alcohol say me konum bi no ma koka bia abata sia kura bia sia me koka bia kyerem
am fere wase
eti yensere say ma yenhwe ye kasa yie. Obi your minister, he may go wrong. There are certain ministers I'm on record. We are na ya meka, and ya meka dey on daily basis. But me mama nun tia obi say sebi. Ejuma na we ye na to sire meka ho asem. Na ye kwato abanti sebi ya Ghana nkwa na to aba o. You better about hey. Yeah, today, yeah, control about say, me pay on my name, me pay obi, and where are there? Where are there? Can we come to what? I am one kind of crank any pack, come on, studio, one kind of crank for say. Those people you fight for, they are not enemies. I sit and eat with them. They are not enemies. Mon kind of crank for no. Say, when you meet them in parliament, see them enjoy and see them meet together and share. They feast together. They are not enemies. They are not enemies. Say, you see, Kumasi, the best example I give. Obi befam koko, obi befam mankesim. NDC befa baby, NDC MPP befa. But there's one destination they seek to develop the country. But a plan no na different. And non chese sebe obi wo on to abama ne. E chen obetu an to abama. Enti hwe okasa ye. Hwe oni ye. Na nipa na sebe u twiniform no. E mere bi beba obekwa kwogina nanim a e bia wo hia ne moa. It has come to pass before. No be a deputy minister. No be a main minister. It came to pass and you know a deputy no. E be a president mo appointed the former boss. I feel on the man na ye. E si oga na hada. Your Muhammad is now, unto bet you catch them say Samuel Tiadini, Samuel Abujinapo, John Abujinapo, or me a family. But one NDC, one MPP, strategic family, I call them strategic family. Abandi also be a Sabi if you a common maho. Then in Toka, say me Trewadi for one set see Akeke, Nakofi, where you come Toka. Obi tare ni poster enem letika nwa din do bia kwa wai wadwene e kire wo say
and doc o kasa same way man, it just took me back to where we went last Friday and it came more wage agbawe for abaso, even though there were some excesses and I know the informing komo we are ye dino. I loved the atmosphere. What he told me, and he said this year's election will be very competitive. I mean, even in a very stronghold NPP area, you could see, say, the NDC was pushing. Say, "Umbetimi aye bibi ewo wager bawe." Enti nipa e puba. At a point, I thought near a rally. It was just constituency watch. They call wager bawe. First edition for this year. In the other wager bawe for us. But I saw something. Man, say. And who's now say after a foot 2 hour the man for that day for almost 30 minutes. Now for now we share the over exuberance in the youth. I say, and I'm like, send the cantonment, Okwa Laboni, or more tete hoye neighbors for honor. Ube who a die way NDC need dying. Ni neighbor no MPP ni. The next person ebia top business tycoon bi sa class of people won't come home omo your neighbors it onya took up free ni fie pa omo mako school the same place ebi okra weekend omo ma shia edi agro ba ko MPP ba ko NDC oti wage agbawe ebia me make say hotuma
you doom light only generator wo fie
na ko kwachi hotuma
generator wo generator ya tun so ma
ba bi kwa
na osuo ne da hon bra wo ni nia wonnom wo ni bi obi ho ni pipe
sa areas na wonna ma wo be hu otimi wura obi dem na wa pia fa ne mpoma ma pia the next place na wonnam
adan ya wo mpe obi ase nti wo di dua ko boni
and I sometimes wonder say na ya no mo ye sade na me ka say ho Islam
ka say ho Islam
obi an ka say ba Islam ka say ba Islam
obi bi
an no nche say obi e te ba we bia na te ba obi an ka say ba Islam
baby out in Islam so
the point is say among for down.
People should come down.
They should come down.
We are not at war.
They should come down.
Calm down.
Dog, but Nina and Patrick Obi say. So mine say Antias say your mind back. You will susu dia de chichire mind. And obi obinya kwanya say your public office holder and as a citizen. Oh, asudie bi
yes.
Not checks and balances. So ya makwe am ya fanya adwuma. Obi free Czechoslovakia was in Fakurama, I want to be Sagana. I do want to say.
So, what year you know, so maybe a year if free men.
Yes, but baby, you don't know. Doc, the position we take is dependent on the interest that we have.
Yeah.
So, principle is lacking.
So, now there's nothing like national interest.
That is what is the problem now because you, Asemaba, train ako tria for Bishop. Ubo papa now for how many times I recently trained Abba and young question. Ubo se be yini na about 5 times. They quite there. You see what's about what has been the challenge all these occasions but we will not look out for that challenge and solve it too. We will politicize a situation and
we have for politics.
Yeah, hard any see na no. Na ye nyina hyase. Me kan nyina because me person me you be able. We the NDC ni pa na di ade no akosa akwanu. Sabotage. So all the time no
deal with the person.
Oh, the person. Yeah, political solutions, knee-jerk reactions, than addressing issues from the national angle.
It's possible say betumi abetena ha sebe edi obi atem. Say in the name of Ebia Kwasichum, na Kwasichum te. Say onunti na media obi atem na Kwasichum anka hwea. It means of
part of it.
Mu hear that angle so. No, but ni bi o ha ni amoframa ni ye no omo soso so. Omo fuwa so.
Asem no ya soso ni omo bebre so amna je nsem.
Opani etifie no amofra awi nanka.
Ye bu nanka we for
of course. Now what first do you so amna fa? What is your problem again?
Enti mu aye de ye ni atom na ye hwem no. Kusa here. Na munso yensa kakra. And I'll commend you not because I'm here. Miniha media program. When people want to sometimes vent, also control.
Sure.
Because ye kasi ye jaya mo pa sebi baby abo say present anaka sakura no wujam na o she kutupa say can be chrom na ye den o kan ye na ye den chrom omo free ha me see omo free that I am ntwa video. Me, I'm challenging you.
I think maybe I'll say a start yes.
No more, no more dim command. The politicians who come for on your program. More, come on, video. No more fan to us and go for more. Go for money at time for me. I'm gonna hear me. That's what I'm interested in. They are not enemies.
But Doc, how do we keep the standards? That's the problem now.
Standards, no. Baby, will be baby also you need standards.
But that's how do we keep it? Because why there are no standards? Doc, say baby, I'm new bit now. Because whether sebi I'm Ghana for no better someone chance. This man sitting there has made this FM an extremely decent and appreciated by all manner of people.
Yeah.
It say your standard how do ensure say sanity Ghana ni ejuma untimi nkoye ejuma doctor you unko ejuma 10 o'clock now on 2 now complaining say I want to two Ghana need to be near 35-40 years or Kofia, not 20,000 another 25,000 cities. They're Ghana quasi for Kofi.
And yeah, be more or yes or no.
Yeah, quote, yes, yeah, quote Yakata. So, me catch me say, minimum you say no. A bank Biana or Pastor Better, whether Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, whether His Excellency John Dramani Mama. Mema this said say
with emphasis say move back on the president.
Yes, emphasis no. Omo this said mema this said say ade baako adi enya besi ne eye man kuni no enchise no dodo no esinto bebre e manipanya omo ho exercise the court.
Baba unim say wo camera asem no James Kwabena Asante say obi the law is not the problem but the people. The law can be no better than the people who are called upon to obey or to enforce it. Into the people, and man, who said they be assassin by America? Say, yes, but
no, or say, yes, I said, Udim Rano, and then
they also Odim, yes,
Ran, yeah,
you
be to me, sir.
How to make the other 2 million? The Edikai, say 2 million the Edgema. The ono say ya mo bi tumi okasa obeti no
ono so fine
yeah no chain no be more just the chain now me track red light mo the police the track red light of police the policeman sees me hey Omanhene
me show TV so there be
Omanhene is go now obi edu ono edmo tankase light obi die no cry the ono no green ko
obi ahwe asum grama
ko puso ku obi kra so obi will ask say
answer na better say ye din komo me stress say o kaka na obi bend traffic light ya kire adeboni bi ma eya ka ho you say green means go
yes
yellow means get ready
yes
and red means stop
yes
say green na what they kono yellow no say get ready to stop and not just say you don't want to jump
okay
you just say any
but brebium
red means stop when you class red means stop yellow means get ready green means go
yes
But and yes, I net here. As I say, the opposite.
Okay.
Green means stop. Green means go. Yellow means get ready to
Get
stop.
ready to stop.
Because after yellow, no red never.
Okay.
But the end says yellow.
Oh, chairman, sana.
I was asking I don't know why I'm here.
And also one of the reasons
yellow no means get ready to
motor
stop.
crashes in the car.
It's not ready to go.
Yes.
Ready to stop.
Yes. Ready to stop.
Yes, ready to
stop.
And
one take time what you be say me my red name me ye fast atwam. Ube wona motor bi nso free say chale ha no. O gina inti. And I think a idea was saying doc yes maybe the reorientation. Say the tonyo.
Red means stop. Yellow means get ready.
Get ready. And green means go. It here no be arguing say get ready to go. It get ready to stop. Because if you not red no.
Me cast because there Ghana fast back it be decades neka. Mama typical example. See quote here. Nipa omoko police mo and soldier mo and immigration customs. They see a quote here sikajije me boa. We dey graph no FM. We go graph na enko for more.
Yes.
It keep increasing. But Africa you need be more. Say online as for just go and apply. Kwa na ekoso. O dey no koto nche. Dey to so biem. You say ade bi o man we my friend say emra keke di so ma hunto men park o car enfimfin. Car ekwa enfimfin men park o. The dog ekwa enfimfin them say afraid the best parking place for all manner of vehicles. Dey to so me say efin almost all the assemblies are if he budget and what
can't to associate. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. Yeah. The president has failed. When he says he was going to make Accra the cleanest city, he has failed. And I like the point I already said. I say Ubi enforcement.
Yeah.
Now apart from say president they were failing, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But me no say me did na me de took car kwan president ba be pra. And I say minister na ba be pra umura no. Eti yankasa so hwe ne me ya ene enkanka omo to kwan. He can mess up in say Dubai and as other can say China on man what to ade ato. Ade na ye ha ne de ye ko hu a efe. But ha no sabi enfo bia hu aban de ne ye twene from.
And when you make that point there man for
can you imagine obetumi ka say me fan to car nim be fi me de to a complain no be say ha ya odia
car nim be fi ba bontin de enya fi ba wonim say people complain say omunya beans e wo kwan but the point is say the beans be see honey scrap in the our problem no man one thing I was say me cancer na the scrap na be me say there are two places I share values in the either school say school ni benya curricular ye share nkola no value systems unfortunately there no because me can say we cultural studies cultural studies na ni yesua usia panyi wo ka mu asore man international it was part of the cultural syllabus
near check here and some more
yes life skills ne sa anoma no at a point ye cultural studies anoma in every syllabus nim in the whole baby share values the next place you share values sorry and I say mosque man. And this is where I think the church in particular we have to accept a chunk of the blame man. If there is moral decadence, the church should accept part of that blame. And my reason is simple. If the Ghana for 71% kase omuye Christopher, it means the church control majority of our population. What sometimes I find worrying is metis or suffer ejina Paul Pitechi. Na suffer no blame politician. Say politician A, politician B, and ama online no enkoi. When you suffer no, say you are also a leader. You've been given a flock. Our flock now, so prepare one. So all prepare flock. In the other way you suffer. Now all church members 2,000. Imagine says 2,000 church members no. So mun na level Christ-like lives. Wo de mamenka so mun nyina mpo. Level near 2,000 members level Christ-like life. What it means, they say 2,000 families would feel the impact of one Christ-like person. And I believe was a sovereign so a more responsibility. Because if Ghana would change, it is based on their value systems. Those value systems are nurtured in church and in our mosques. We have
in
to
our homes.
and in our homes. We have to come to that realization, say, it is not enough to stand behind a pulpit and blame member of parliament, blame assemblyman, blame politicians, also a more responsibility. But the church should come to that point and say, Charlie, say, enne, nipa neba sorry kwesiada. Na ni whole life, no, eda or live as a Christian, Sunday or kwa sorry. Monday, when you do office, man, Bibia to a gua. It is a problem.
Me. At age 14, my papa will tell you, say, I saw them in Yamifi, you pass where I am Cassa. You see, I was often preaching, nobody I saw them all, and it was until I was often obeying it. Me pass in totality, said, Yan Cassan, Yan Yadu see a bet you, Debbie. Any puppy, and I was often so much as Yene. What do I can't some nobody to be a bonum?
No, but the other thing is, and sorry, no, because basically, everything I know, everything I've become, they bear me tracy to my Sunday school days. And even in Sunday school, and why when the Yama which same Kolana dear was Sunday school. And attention, Ben, and sorry, they my children's service. That is where it begins. Children's service, what about teen service, what could youth, and then you join the main church. A value chain. And I think we should take what may casa because so one religion they control 71% of the population. Everything will rise and fall on them. And I think that responsibility, that when I was sorry, seize that way, and
Obi,
Charlie, because baby,
Mammy cannot grant you, and can you okay, the Masveba, and can I the idea?
Yes.
Name me be Sase, Mrs. Sofo, or no Jinawa, or no preaching. Obi on Facebook. Now, who can what your money no? Yeah. Sometimes materialistic and also count. Only say more can't no correct and everybody also the numbers because the baby or here the collection echo form. No correct can
but no soon a problem.
So what I'm saying
because when we begin
to see Obi the you fire banner, yet near 10 kind no be tia one now ye dino say we be a see no. And yet
but I agree. Yaka sorry and we
Yankasa, Missy Yankasa.
I remember the family unit. O man
Yankasa, ye the individual.
Me name yere o man ne yere dog one we yere nyame achemon kwala. Because was enuntina se wan hwe wo mayi na wo mako Australia. Yese won wo babone da office won kwa na ye papa. But we should also agree, say, parents need to have been derelict in their responsibilities. Very. Because values, say, teacher and Boba share about values. I saw about values, and this is wow.
That's a studio. It's so far from a Kutubabia teacher, Nitia, Kolabia, Omuko Hokobuti. It's so far from.
And this is wow.
And I make us say, I don't know. Ye Quebec to me, Aqua, say, ye be my Hokwasi, Betia, and can I didn't know be worn about UK, near America, so in the bad bagana, now quelling years and not
a man for abuse. Tiana was say a shinny.
Say, I answer Rebecca to say, Bible said Jimmy.
When is that Mamia onye moba 9 months no o tiana e wo kwan obefa so obi anyo no wo no man eno ntina manfo makwatena nkofo nchen so omontete omo a ono be hwe ono ne maye atete
Charlie, let's give hope to
Charlie
what do you me say yen sha se fi baby wo hu efi na ekwe na meka se me ye niema be ma sebe ni odi machi no benya bi papa asua when I get the opportunity to be in classroom, then I make a check. And then now what they want your classroom officer.
Maybe a GD will be for any person of importance. Almost everywhere is being compromised. Dog, any money who know what Daroma Uba a year a teacher for cry and no quotation. Utien in 70 beer a beer no cray. As I talk to you now, you go back over me quanso. Asem kakraka MPO school about school kwada any church for
teacher for no
lecturers and
tertiary institution
but these matters no ye ubo homo dey say e solvable they say ubo because what tells they would say see wo
school mu da ben
ana ye tia ye ntu ana montu na efefe na other areas so na efefe central for you and adidi atema dos say they be adam DJ for catch on tiase NMC for mo obi ayo so oni power oni authority we say eti why na regulate this aspect eti me pen my reference obi and I say beto PAV and Samu Cabral God na when Beatrice Edumuni Charlie Sam Rockland and yeah but two all these distinguished people they young more ne say omo kwa ne sebi na omo nim de kra no na nko nkan sa in terms of engoma they operated with the fear plus Ghana identity no yeah and then your doctors engineers lawyers administrators HR as hosts and broadcasters and as panel and as all those people no yeah kwa the butu system no. So the standards keep falling at a rate, doc, detrimental to Ghana.
Elder Amos Kwabena, and he's worked with children and teens and youth over 35 years of his life. Or say, hi, bro. Teaching of values are not the primary responsibility of schools or religious institutions alone. The core commitment of the home is the holistic nurturing of their offsprings. He sent me something attributed to John C. Maxwell, one of the foremost leadership experts in the world. Or say leadership is influence. Leadership is influence. Any mentoring moment missed, I have no greater joy than this, to hear of my children walking in the truth. Now because Oma benya role model the foremost role model wo papa no wo maame no
what is America said papa betian
say
I saw them yankasa wo
sa brenenti tiere karobi now papa ni keke is enough correction
how be show no
papa picture wo you can't misbehave his picture on the wall
me papa say ofra adwuma ba fia owura hall a oyi ni papa not the nine
bibia is settled
for carpet ni so say
bibia is settled
say the nine kote anwia wa carpet so wawu oman wawu
na ofi say obi say Omanhene Kwabena Asante say ne papa ni nya din ya say be anka ye nya say mo man so anka me nka mete ha enti
nyama yen sa grace
nyama na ye je ye gu akire no ye ya din say enye no sabi ye obi timi gina na bagimbre come on.
Yeah,
I will not accept this. When you are Bajimbre,
now Bajimbre, you can't bedtime stories. You are restricted. No association. No association. What shows of Dazi? Any Thursday theater. Nothing. And a talking point. These are the three things that we want to know.
Bajimbre, near to make us a forest way, young cohort.
As your name,
that's
what I said. Well, the and the crime in the concaino. And then
we are sinking. Oh, my maybe court, na me be a question.
Okay.
Mete frafraha. Is it a crime to live in Kaswa? Me question. Is it a crime?
How can it be?
Okay. Yeah, well, Ghana engineers minimum do, but if I'm not mistaken, they're over 1,000, right?
Yeah.
At the Entina, as I said, maybe in Sotobia, one side of the road was Kaswa Tobu Eba Malanjans ye close. Why? What is it?
In fact, the last time.
Why can't we get one solution? Why? What is wrong with that?
The solution is that.
What is it?
The solution is that three-way solution. That the minister and a former one. But there will be Maminka Binjano Kazi Bion and Yagini. I'm a Quabetra at Tabeta. Or say, one. Encroachment of that space between a it shouldn't, one should have been allowed. Two,
and then almost see one day.
That is the but assembly in the way.
And then almost see one day.
Assembly cano and no just say assembly as I talk to you.
No more on Quabon train. Wakopra in a crew to no man.
But me no can see just say a crew to put in you. Oh, come Yamia Bibrami, the make one so bad happy. Wisconsin Quabe example. A lot of stores are springing up our baby a year
container shops
water logger in Shotobiana a uniform
is there no solution
to break people's houses or to do what? Or to do a year
whole problem no so when engineers needing come on say a bepono aseno and anwiano ehoro eba. They've said, say, you will be a ubitime I found say ebri ukwe ebri people neswa time and rocks they started saying na
say ebri to me a double
rocks they started saying na edri ebegu kwan
on the net
if I'm on the net be a solution like that can be used for a hono but when to do it and how to do it.
It is about time we made a conscious effort to stop talking about problems.
Yeah.
Let's find solutions.
And
the first one,
That's true.
Second one, N1. You say you can papa organ any N1. Tell you oil anymore and you to be a flood. And also solution in any day. Police training school has it. There be some make N1.
A flood meaning say insurance tax.
N1. You see, you can papa any.
Because of him. Especially when creating I say you crown a bassa, a ben
yes, you know, that I think is the problem. Yes, you know, once they're quite covered drains, kitchen everyone change.
Last one I make. My mummy and ya dream say, Sabi yet brofo saying near Casa near Nidia. It's not about talking. Maintenance culture. Sabio Ted Bia. Now to Moon say, Namia so yes, one chetto. Bibia Yanyabi.
Yes.
Name mum say ye besi Esipon Stadium.
Sure.
See a besi Accra Sports Stadium. Yes, see way, yes, see school. Yes, see police station, yes, see residences. Right? You hear na window backward to na handle backward to Abba. And the I am very kakra. Say, it do be na say, Ghanaian teams, yes, or more ball, one calf, no one, I say, a stadium way, and your papa. How do you feel?
A government vehicles are. It do state be a bit maintained.
It is just so
ambulances.
Now, among near Tono, scraps, auction.
Nankasani, challenge. Then you grow in Kwana, Judge Boasema, your my enforcement cry order now. I know you another matter altogether. This is a cry, I say, Yakutia, a Langas. But Langas, they keep increasing at every point in time. A cry, I say, politicians no control by and comfort for a betrayal. Clearly, visibly, who say, where the moon, a cry say, ye quote illegal mining. Sir Chrono, and your team is no. A cry Ghana water for the catcher say, Sir, and Namona yet to the Unsun Sono, MYNO, and so be fee. A cry rent. You're getting dollars. As you see, this is
and you're renting school fees.
So,
Bank of Ghana, no, a regulator. The workers need be almost 2 years school fees.
So, Sacro, any door. Yam prayer one tears, yes, the cry to me.
Maybe my police for pedan rent will be as on funny than mom because maintenance.
Ne crowd pay free airport. See, I say, what I say. Yeah, the crack run say, who are all protected system.
Okay, free, Nigeria for any animal, so Nigeria, how far trolley free? America, yes, for trolley, you pay. What I say, see, but you are maintenance and many Canada. We've got to pay. 18 years school, private schools, you know, or jail school fees. No, we are assigned to maintenance.
But I'll be able to free.
What you say?
I'm telling
you,
I don't think I'm saying so. Only a question to be
on your program. Me no call I don't FM some years ago. So me say me papa baby before I went to secondary school. See, I can't free SHS. Now, see, Peobi and Kobedi and Nimas ambassador, and I would dedicate my life to do it. I support free SHS. But come on, to give free uniform, no. To give free pass questions, it is a double no. What I say? A bimu be day students at all costs, you need enough space. Tienye. Sikana ankayeka se omo mufifi bebano. Ya debe to aduane mo mudino. And papa man can you emphasize more dormitories. Nanka yenya ne say when your baby ada aban dem na woda dia anka to your boarding fee. Nanka tete ye ko university say academic tuition no anka no nya free for bia. Nanka woda boarding dia wo nya advantage now wo nya free baby na da bi onanteba and on faka. Enti wo nya advantage nka tua. Eno anya yi a let's aggregate oko America you say schools near wasro pa no utua fees Harvard utua fees but oko Pennsylvania State University free inti ada nanka you say secondary schools you class 1 and answer class 2 grade ni ya hihye inti nka first grade no o pese obako ho de abetua school fees na nianka wasie no yenya no free ya woni ama piye ya twa adwene kwaso na yenya politics no eya doso emre bi beduma wan hia ukotodo kono be bisa se party be o se ahokyere ne ba yenyina na ahokyere we all suffer same let's begin to look at the country as yenhwa oman no say company ye tenant faso ba yenyina edi so faso na se ye be ye ne biara Ni aka say Oman egu enye hwe. Send this in a woso a MPP ni bia bom pa ye say Oman enye ye utimbi. MPP woso a and this is we say enye ye na ye bepam wom. Let's begin to have a change of mind. We got a nice opportunity, national reorientation ministry, and go see who national reorientation.
But get your home ministry. Young Comway, I am call for the messages be brina abba. We say, Obi, let's ask why is it that the roads are okay after the construction is done, but after some years, then problems of drains, etc. The people are the problem. We cause everything. Gamel, Ewutu Obrache, and I encourage people to go and watch Adom TV. Esukodo. Na over the weekend, you share Aquine. It is a 9-day wonder roads. 9-day wonder roads. That's the title of the documentary. Now, yeah. Aquine asphalt here in 2 years. Obekwana ahohoro. Ahohoro eni ho.
Meanwhile,
Aquine ni ho.
Akwa to Sunyane Kwano, it over 25 years. Na Aquine da so ye papa.
Oh, Aquine.
Yes, you better take as a jam mewa.
And Limex Bow.
Limex Bow. Some ne Kumasi Aquine. Limex Bow. We say Obi, there are no values in Ghana. The only values left in Ghana is how to make money by any means possible. The level of disrespect in our homes, workplaces, etc., coupled with the desire to break the laws of the country by any means necessary. Whenever anyone come into contact with anything, the first thing they think about is what he or she can do to break the laws and steal money or take advantage of a fellow Ghanaian or the state. Terrible country, terrible behavior, terrible people. God save us from evil. George Neo Kaite, Ewa Chicago.
Obi to become minister.
Yes.
You could mind in the
that's a minister. You had to make call. You bomb a chance as a boy and can say, as you feel ye. It's me from Biam Refi. Obi, we do test me because my man, I'm a deban, or man kafa. Now, men can't also say, Unu ECG no. Munisika.
Omanhene power we nipa boni o.
What is it? Because you see, it's becoming. No.
The whole of Saturday and Sunday, me light 4 hours. The whole of Saturday and Sunday, who can bomb me light 4 hours.
Address him. Address him because you don't know.
That who can me here.
No, would address him. Tell him no kura the engines.
On the crash console.
Address because can this is only ECG.
And that is in work. As a woman, I know Pierre Greek or Cousin Jamebois. Greek Colobia Momodi and what's a good cry. Greek Colobia Monidi Mebois. Mumia cannot crunch. I am almost say Transformers. And all of a sudden, Transformers in a year and answer day. Only a Yajuma. Or my way say, if me. And
me that's a doc. Because he says Dr. Chankra and Moten and Omanhene Kwabena Asante and so by the may hear some segment and a brem because he says we say Obi charity begins at home. What mindset do we live with individually and collectively? The home is the nucleus of our being. Tell Omanhene that the likes of